be beautiful people. I'm Michael Botts, and the reason you show up here every morning is the same reason I show up here every morning, because you know there's more. Maybe you're succeeding epically. Maybe your life is amazing, but down in here, something is calling you. And the whole purpose of this show is to answer that calling. Look, you were born epic. You were born amazing. You were born to change the world. You were born genius. But then you get caught in the riptide of life and you get sucked under into the ocean of am I enough? And out in the ocean of am I enough, you start to drown because you're trying to succeed. You're trying to do what you're supposed to do on the planet, but you keep running into rocks and getting sucked under. And you start to breathe in doubt and fear and limiting beliefs. And the whole purpose of this show is to drag you out of the ocean of am I enough, up onto the beach of I am enough, and I start to resuscitate you. And you spew out doubt. You spew out fear. You spew out limiting beliefs. And you start to breathe in confidence and certainty and limitlessness. And you start to walk down the path of success in a way you haven't walked down the path of success in a long time. With boldness, with courage, with confidence, with certainty on what the next step is. And that path of success is paved, and under that pavement, the footings is gratitude. All success starts with gratitude. Period. Period. All success starts with gratitude. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Rajan. So glad you guys are here. Bravo. Thank you guys for being here this morning. So we start this show with gratitude. Since this show is about success, since I've taken my 20 years of business experience, my experience as a Marine, I've combined them in a success formula, and that's all we talk about on this show is success. I want you to know that all success, now look, there might be people that have a lot of money, but would you consider them successful if every day they get up and they complain about stuff? Good morning, Michelle. That's not the deal. Gratitude, absolutely, gratitude is the fundamental. It's the foundation. It's the very bottom, what's holding up success. So right now, you start to type in your gratitude, and the way you do it is like this. I'll do one so you know what to type in. I am grateful that I'm going to see my son from Pittsburgh today, and I am enough. See, that's very specific, and it's I am grateful, and it finishes with I am enough. Because remember, I'm pulling you out of the ocean of am I enough, back up onto the beach of I am enough. And every step you take down the path of success is another step towards you fulfilling your destiny on the planet. So now you're starting to type in your gratefuls. Now while you're doing that, we're going to take some breaths, because the whole purpose of this show is to get you down the road of success. But the only way it happens is if we create some space. Because space is where you start to see the solutions, the next step you're supposed to take, the next thing for your invention, the next chapter in your book, the next person you're supposed to hire, the relationship you're supposed to get out of. So we're going to create some space. Now the way we do that is with some breaths, okay? Because right now, this is how it is. You woke up this morning, and as we take these breaths, you'll start to free, and there'll be space, and that's where solutions are. So we're going to take our first breath. Ready? Breathe in. Exhale, doubt. Michelle says, I'm grateful for a day to myself to work on my to-do list, and I am enough. Beautiful, Michelle. Bravo. Man, Michelle is solid. She shows up here every day she can, and when she knows, she watches it later. Michelle shares, which I'm grateful for. And I hope today you just check off stuff off your to-do list today. And I hope today's show helps you start taking action on maybe the thing that you're not taking action on. Thank you, Michelle. All right, let's take our next breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Tanya. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, when you take this breath, I want you to feel the cool air hit the back of your throat and go down into the infinity of you. Now look, right now you might be taking the breath and being aware of your lungs, and your lungs have a capacity. They have a maximum. But you, who you are, doesn't have a maximum. So what I want you to do is I want you to become aware of your infinity. Ready? Breathe in. Feel the infinity. Now exhale. We're going to take one more. I want to take some time with this because I really want you guys to get it. If you're getting bored because I'm taking these breaths, this show might not be for you, because these breaths is where all the space happens. And without the space, what I'm saying is just going to roll over you and not have any place to fit. But if we create space, then what I'm offering will fit right where you need it to. So we're going to take another one. And when you exhale, I just want you to feel it come off the back of your neck, behind your ears, off your traps, off your chest, and just off of you. The heaviness, the anxiety, the stress, these things. Christian says, I am grateful for my health, and I am enough. Thank you, Christian. Christian's second day. You coming on every day, Christian. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the tribe. Make Christian feel welcome, guys. All right, we're going to take this next breath. Ready? Breathe in. Now just exhale all the anxiety, all the fear, all the doubt. Exhale. Oh, that feels good. Now we are talking about, good morning, Jose. Now the whole show, whole theme of the show, the last 3 days, I know yesterday I thought was part 1, but then when I started thinking about it, actually part 1 was 2 days ago, and part 1 of how to take action was listening to your inner voice. Because that's where the answer is. Remember I talked about the lady? She has a website, and she says, I've been thinking about going to flea markets and promoting my website because it helps people with rummage sales. And I was like, that's your next step. You know what to do. You've just been ignoring it because you mute your inner voice. When we scroll for hours, when we binge for hours, when we eat stuff we're not supposed to eat, that's all trying to mute our inner voice. All right? So just let the inner voice do what it does and accept it. And then the next step we talked about yesterday, that was guided awareness. Okay? Right now, I want you to think about your left hand, the finger right next to your pinky, and I want you to think about the fingernail on that finger. Do you see? That's guided awareness. Now you're aware of the left hand, finger next to the pinky. I don't know what they call this finger, so I have to say that. And the fingernail. You become aware of that. Now use that guided awareness to see what is stopping me. Ask that question and then use your awareness, guide your awareness to what is stopping me. Is it something that happened in my childhood? Is it a fear that I have? And usually it comes down to doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. After we get past everything, it's doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. Am I afraid of rejection? Am I afraid of failure? Am I afraid of losing what I don't already have? You know, if you're hesitating to call a client, that's crazy. You already don't have the client. So call the client. That's number 2. And then today we're talking about 3, and I'm hesitant to tell you this one because I want you to understand this all can happen in a New York minute. Okay? When I was in the Marine Corps, I trained with a hostage rescue team, and some of this formula comes from there. So you got to remember, in a hostage rescue situation, things happen in a second. Things happen in an instant. In a half a second, the whole situation can change. So you have to be able to go through this quickly, this checklist quickly. You know? And you might say, well, they didn't tell you in the Marine Corps to listen to your inner voice. You'd be surprised how many heroes, when you talk to them, it was their inner voice that told them to turn that route, to kick that door in, to not kick that door in. So don't underestimate that. And then, what's stopping you? Guided awareness. When you're in a situation that's life-threatening, guided awareness is going to get you where you want to go. When you walk into a restaurant, You know, I've been trained to walk, when I walk in a restaurant, it's a guided awareness. Are there any threats in the restaurant? Okay? So in your business, this show is for business owners. This show is for people that want to succeed. Guided awareness. And then today is gathering information. I'm hesitant to tell you to gather information because you could be like, well, I'm not taking action because I'm still gathering information. No, that is not an option. Gathering information has a time limit on it. Gathering information has an expiration date on it. So make sure you're using your expiration date. Gather information quickly. Find an expert that's already succeeded in the business that you're in and gather information from them. Watch their videos. Ask them questions. See if you can work with them for a day. And gather information. But then we're going to move on. So I want you to gather information, but I want to make sure you don't get stuck there and camp out there. Because a lot of people get paralyzed and stay stuck in gathering information. Well, it's not ready yet. I'm getting my certification. Take action. Look, in Am I Enough, you won't take action and you'll use I'm gathering information to not take action. I got to get my certification. I got to get my master's degree. I got to do this. I got to do that. In I Am Enough, you can take action with space to get that stuff as you go. But you don't let it keep you from taking action. The whole theme of this little series is how to take action now. So the now is real key when it comes to gathering information. Quickly gather information, and then you're taking action. All right, that's part 3. We'll get into part 4 and 5 tomorrow. No, just 4 tomorrow. Hey, I love you. I care about you, and I want you to succeed. I want you to succeed. That's my whole purpose on the planet. I do 2 things. I do talks like this. I do them at companies. I do them at universities. If you want me to come into your company and blow the culture in your company up and get a culture of serving, solving, and saving, taking action, then I'm your guy. The other thing I do is I coach one-on-one. If you want to coach, if you want a success coach, and you want to take a quantum leap, an epic quantum leap in your business, I'm your guy. If you want to stay average, I'm not your guy because I don't put up with average with my clients. I had a client, he was construction. Well, he got out of jail. I didn't know he was out of jail when he hired me as his coach, but he got out of jail, and we take him from 0 to $2.4 million in 2 years in the construction business. So I'm good at this. Hey, tune in here every morning at 9 a.m. I'm going to be here, and it would be amazing for you to be here. I'm so happy we're getting some new viewers. When someone new comes on, all you regulars, make sure you make them feel welcome. Make sure that they feel embraced, because this is our show. This isn't my show. And speaking of that, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you're struggling with, whatever thing that you're stuck on in your business, on your road to success, I want you to ask me and we can talk about it. I don't know everything. That's not the purpose of this show. But I have a certain mindset that I've developed over 20 years of business, over being in the Marine Corps, over parenting 4 beautiful, amazing kids. And I've kind of put all that together for a success formula for us to move down the road of success. I love you. I care about you. I would subscribe on YouTube just in case Facebook changes something so you don't miss these, because I always put it on YouTube. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I love you. Have a great day. Live there, now live.